Welcome, collectors. Thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Diecast Emporium. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the Diecast Masters Caterpillar D9T track-type tractor. No, not this version that you see in front of you. A little bit of background information. In 2016, Diecast Masters released this version, the Highline Series Cat D9T. You can see that video, the review video that I did for this way back about 5 years ago now. Take a look at the top of your screen. If you're interested, you can check that out. But new for 2021, Diecast Masters took this basic model, and well, it's been working for 5 years. Now to introduce the brand new and first installment in the Diecast Masters Caterpillar Weathered Series. Here it is. It's item number 85702, the Diecast Masters 150th scale Cat D9T Weathered Track Type Tractor. Now, you should be familiar with this style packaging, especially if you own any of the Diecast Masters Evolution or Evolution series sets. It has this very nice black outer sleeve, which you can just very carefully push the main box out of. And here's the box that houses our model. On the side, once again, you have a Weathered Series tab logo right here. And there you go. So not only in this series do you have a 150th scale factory weathered model, but you also have a nice base to display it in. We will review both of those pieces once we take it out of the box. As for the back, a couple things of noteworthiness. Obviously, this is an adult collectible scale item, not intended for collectors under the age of 14. There's your cat scan to play tag, Diecast Masters logo, and a bunch of other information. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's pop a top and see what's inside. So, at the top of the box, you can see here a picture of the Cat D9T at work, a real one. As is the case with every Diecast Masters Caterpillar model, you get a mini catalog of the entire lineup of Cat products. As this is a brand new model for 2021, it does not yet have an updated 2021 catalog, so this is the 2020 edition. As you can see, there is an extremely impressive lineup of Cat models. All right, first thing out of the box is our little base. And I have to tell you, I was pleasantly surprised to see that this is made out of what I believe to be resin. It is very, very heavy. It also has 4 little circles underneath it to prevent it from moving if you display it on your shelf or in a display case or even on your desk at work. And it has the nice Diecast Masters logo underneath it. So that's the first piece. Obviously, the most important piece inside the box is the tractor. So as always, take a minute before you grab anything. Find a couple good points on the model to touch, and then carefully lift it out of the box. Okay, so let's take just a moment here, and we're going to take a break, get all this stuff off the table. When we come back, we will start the review of the Cat D9T. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me. I do want to start out with the base with this review. It is very well done, and it may not seem to immediately to the naked eye, but there's a lot of effort that went into creating this base, and I really can appreciate it. Not only does it have that dirt/sand finish to it, but there's some rocks over here, little pieces of wood, a little built-up mound of dirt that you can display your blade against. Check this out. There's even some streaks where maybe the Ripper decided to scarify the earth a little bit. Also, obviously, you have your tracks in here. So I really like the effort and design that went into this base. And again, it's noteworthy to mention just how heavy this base is. It's very well done. So for the assembly of this model, not really all that much to worry about. You take it out of the box, and then you can put your model on it. As I said, you can pose the model a couple different angles, really, on the base. You can have the blade raised slightly above that little mound of earth like this. Additionally, you can have the Ripper posed down into one of those little Ripper streaks, like you can see here. So, 2 to 3 different options on this base. Again, I think the design and engineering that went into it really was well done, and a lot of thought was put into it. As nice as the base is, and as good as the model looks on it, I think many collectors will probably just enjoy the model by itself without the base. So let's transition to that. Now, as I said, this is a factory weathered job of this base model right here, which came out in 2016, the Cat D9T. Highline series model, same functionality and detail of the weathered version. Just wanted to quickly show you this one once again. So really, you have the option to buy what I like to call brand new, fresh from the Cat dealer, or one that's been working for a few years at a few different job sites. So let's focus on the weathered version, since that is the topic of this video. We'll start off with the functionality of the Ripper. It actually has a very good range of motion for a Ripper on a 1/50th scale dozer. It's kind of hit or miss, honestly, when you're talking about functionality of Rippers on dozers. I do like the fact that it will go up to about there. You can lower it to here, which is enough to lift the rear part of the tracks off the ground. And additionally, the top part of the Ripper will go out to there. As you can see, a lot of the cylinders are exposed. As for the design and the wear and tear on the Ripper, it's pretty acceptable. I think that's somewhat realistic looking. And there's even been some care to add some dirt and dust, not only on the hydraulic rams, but also on the hydraulic cylinders going to the ram jackets. Obviously, the tracks are what take a beating on a tracked machine. You can see that there's wear all along the track frames, on the drive sprocket. That looks pretty good. If we transition up to the blade, you can see that the blade height is very, very good on this dozer, scale-wise. It'll go up to about there without forcing anything. There's a little bit of left and right tilt, again, without forcing anything. And the blade will go down to there, which is good enough to not see anything coming through or protruding through the bottom. And the blade also, very carefully, can be made to tilt forward at a fair angle, considering it's 1/50 scale. So no complaints in terms of the functionality, at least for me, of this dozer. Again, in my opinion, I think this is more of a display piece. I would really categorize this as something that I would want to put behind glass and on its display plinth, but I know that there's going to be a large majority of 1/50 scale construction collectors that want to put this on a diorama or in their 1/50 scale collection. And really, overall, I'd say the factory weathering job is a very good start from Diecast Masters. You can see, though, if I can make one possible suggestion for ways to improve this going down the line, is you can see that the wear on the bottom half of the machine is pretty good. But once we get to here and up, it really levels off to nothing. And if we look on top of the machine, including the glass here, there's almost nothing. And if you've ever seen a real dozer, or really any piece of heavy equipment that's been working in dirt, sand, or mud, there's going to be splashes on the window. Obviously, dirt pretty much everywhere, including on top of the machine. So again, as for a first whack at a factory weathering job, I have to give Diecast Masters credit. Very, very good job. Very impressed. Little to no complaints. It is noteworthy to point out that they have already announced a second installment in this weather series. Very shortly, there will be a 320F hydraulic excavator, so you can look forward to that. You can have a dozer and an excavator in this already vastly growing series by Diecast Masters. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this D9T. Do you like it? What do you think of the factory weathering job? Do you think it's going to be the same weathering job? Like if I had two of these, is it going to be the exact same finish on every single one? What do you think? Again, overall, my conclusion, I'm very happy with it. I would give it a solid A for a first whack at it. But as we've seen Diecast Masters do, if you look from their Highline series when they started in 2015 to where they are in 2020, their improvements are so vast, it's almost not even fair to list it. So again, for the first attempt, huge A+, absolute passing grade. But if they're going to stick with this weathering series, I would like to see some more detail towards the top, and we'll see what that 320 excavator looks like down the line. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next review.